What's going on, guys and gals? My name is William Clark, and welcome to a fucking video. So, my day has been pretty decent. You know, it's good outside. It's a good day and all that shit. So I was taking a walk. I was walking to the park. You know, just to hang out with myself really, because that's the only person I have around here. And also just to just walk around and do stuff like swing on the swings and shit. And there are these three kids, and if any of you three dumbasses are watching this video, you know who the fuck you are. You know, um, then this video is about you. So, I was enjoying myself. I was walking, just stuff, and I was swinging and stuff. Um, and these three fucking kids, I am surprised they aren't dead, right? This one kid, I don't know their name. I don't know one's name is Landon. That's the only one I know. And I'm not afraid to name names. If I knew you other two's names, if I knew both your names, I would have fucking said it in this video. um, but these three kids, they were yelling as loud as they could, racial slurs. They were saying the N word. They were saying other things that were racist and offensive to other people, and they were also fucking saying things. They were basically being homophobic. They were being racist. They were being transphobic. They were being misogynistic. You fucking name it. And that's what they were doing. They were saying these things loudly, mind you. Like, they were sitting by, like, a bench. So imagine I was right here, right? Like, this person right here, me, was on the swings. About, and, I'm not really sure, but pretty far away. Um, you know, these three kids were there. And they were basically yelling as loud as they could all these racial slurs and misogynistic things, saying things that would have gotten them killed if the wrong person heard them say that. Now, the thing is, I can't do anything about it. I can't, well, I can, but there are lots of ways. I could beat the fucking bash their brains in, just punch them in the face, but I'm not gonna do that because, first off, they're younger than I am, and, I don't hurt weaklings. Okay, I don't hurt little fucking shitholes. As much as I fucking want to, I don't. But I could tell their parents, hey, if any of the parents of these kids are watching this video, I want you to be aware that this is what your kids are doing. This is what they're saying. This is what they're doing. And, it needs to fucking stop. It needs to fucking stop now. Because these kids, I fucking hate kids. I fucking despise them. I wish they all fucking died, jumped off a bridge and killed themselves. I don't care what. Okay, I don't like kids. Never have, never will. But at the same time, I don't want something to happen to these kids, these three kids, just because they're stupid and they're being racist and misogynistic and saying all these things that if the wrong person heard them say these things, they would have they would be hurt or even killed. Because if you say these things to the wrong person, I know this county is full of these people, full of these kind of people that are racist and misogynistic and homophobic and transphobic and all these things. I know this because I have to fucking, hear it a lot. And this is, I guess, the part of Ohio where this is very common. But this doesn't mean you should fucking say these things. Because, just because, you live in Meigs County doesn't mean anything. Like I said, if the wrong person heard you say these things, you'd be dead. No joke. If a black person heard you say the N-word or anything like that, they would probably hurt you. I mean, they may give you a warning because you're young, and they may be like, oh, if you don't stop, I'm gonna tell your parents and all this shit, and if you still do, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Do something like that, but they will still fucking do something. Again, I don't like little kids. I hate these three. I wish they'd fucking burn the goddamn fire. I really hate them. But, I don't want anything to happen to these three kids just because they're stupid. Because they're racist, because they're homophobic, because they're transphobic, because of all these things. And like I said, if any of the parents or grandparents or anybody that is related to these kids, that family of these kids, if any of you are watching this video, I want you to know exactly what your kids have been up to. I want you to know what they're doing, what they're saying, and so today, continuing on with the story, I was trying to go. I was trying to find where they live so I could tell their parents about it. I could be like, hey, this is what, this is what your kids are saying and doing. This is exactly what they're doing, what they're saying, and all that stuff. And I want you guys to be aware that this is happening. That this is what they're saying, what they're doing, and stuff. And because growing up in middle school, grade school, middle school, whatever, and high school, this is pretty much all I fucking heard on a daily basis. And I can do something about these three, right? I can do something about these three and be like, this is wrong. You shouldn't fucking, say these things, because if you say these things to the wrong person or group of people, you will probably never live to see a light of day again because of all these things, right? And I try to I try to talk to them about it. I tried to be like, you shouldn't say these things, and then they direct this kind of shit towards me. They're no longer really doing. At this point, they were. They've done it before. Not this day, not today, but they've done it before. Where I try to tell them, hey, it's not cool. You shouldn't be doing this shit. And then, they're like, oh, fuck off, you N-word, and you fucking faggot, and stuff like that. They're basically just aiming all this shit towards me. And another thing, is that, these people, these kids, they think that, joking about, saying these things about a person's sexuality, or a person's race or gender, or it's just sexuality, to an extent, and other things, they think it's funny. They think it's cool because it's like, oh, you fucking faggot, and then they just die laughing about it, when it's not funny. It's not a joke, and it's bad. It's just horrible. It's nothing to be proud of. All right. Now, like I said, I really want to beat the shit out of these three, but I'm not going to. Simply for the fact that I don't want to get in trouble because of three little fucking dumbasses, So, hopefully this video, will reach its intended audience, which is the parents and or grandparents or whoever these kids live with. And so that they can be like, oh, so this is what they've been doing. Now, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the parents and grandparents don't do anything, because they might be the ones that are teaching these kids, how to be racist and transphobic and everything against everybody in the whole fucking world. It might be the parents that are doing this, it might be the grandparents, but it's worth a shot. It's worth, saying, hey, this is what's happening, this is what they're saying, what they're doing, and, another thing is that, okay, so, they always say things like, oh, you're not gonna do anything, you pony-loving faggot, which, again, this is aimed towards me. They're like, oh, you're not gonna do anything because you like My Little Pony or something like that, and, you're not gonna do anything about it. And when I get up and I just try to, talk to them, they run. They fucking run! As fast as they can. As fast as their little shitty-ass legs can carry them. And they're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and they run. So, yeah. I think you know I'm gonna do something about it. That's why you run. That's why you run. Because you're afraid. You're afraid that if I ever catch up to you, or if I ever walk up to you, I might do something. Just because I like My Little Pony, just because I may act like a feminine girly girl, because, I may act like a girl, you know, because, I wear dresses and stuff, and, tiaras and shit. Just because I do that, do you think that that automatically means I'm not gonna do anything about it? Do you fucking honestly think that just because I act like a girl and, fuck, some people even say I sound like one, which I don't even care. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care if you call me a faggot. I don't care if you call me the N word, whatever. Call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you do. I don't even care if you beat the shit out of me. I really don't fucking care. But I also, another thing, I don't care if you say these things in your own house. I don't care if you say, "Oh, you fucking N word," in your own house, in whatever. Because I mean, it's basically your house. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not gonna stop you from doing whatever the fuck you want in your house. That's your parents' job, and maybe your grandparents or whoever you live with. But when you're out in public, when you're out where people are all over the fucking place, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you were in a small area like this, or if you were in a gargantuan area like fucking Detroit or Cincinnati or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're at, or who you're with, or whatever. It doesn't matter. The thing is, you're still in fucking public. You shouldn't be saying these things out in public. You shouldn't really be saying these things at all. But you definitely should not be saying these things in public. Because like I keep saying, if the wrong person hears you say it, you're fucking toast. You're dead meat. And, I mean, at this point, I really don't care what the fuck you do. You can get hit by a car for all I care. But, I mean, a little food for thought is just fucking stop. Just stop. I have to deal with this shit a lot. Okay? Like pretty much. And some of you are like, well, why don't you just stay inside all day, every day? I mean, I do that. I do that a lot. But there are days I go dumpster diving and stuff. That's what I was doing today. I was going dumpster diving and seeing, because today is the day after Christmas, so people might have, thrown stuff away because that's what happens, Oh, okay, so I got Madden 20 or whatever the fuck the current Madden game is. Well, fuck you, Madden 19. Throwing you away. And then, whatever. And same with the old technology. People throw away Xbox 360s like fucking crazy. But the thing is, when I go out, if I go out, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. I don't want to see that shit, hear that shit. I don't want to fucking do anything. And also, another thing, because I know you three little shitholes are watching this. If you are going to fucking talk shit about me, get your fucking facts straight. Alright? Get your fucking facts straight. You're over here sounding like Donald Trump, being fucking false bullshit, lying, and saying all these things that make you sound smart, but you're stupid. We all know you're stupid, okay? We all know this. And, and when there are other people that are basically saying, do something about this, tell them, just like, don't do this. You're fucked up. Now, here's the thing. I don't care about you. I never did. I could care less if you fucking burn in a goddamn house fire or any sort of fire. I really don't care. But, thing is, you're young, right? You're young, you're stupid. I was your age once. I was young, I was stupid. I mean, some people would argue I'm still stupid. Yes, I am. Because all the videos that I make and shit. But another thing is that, you know, I grew out of this shit. I grew out of all these things. I wasn't racist or misogynistic or anything like that. But, I grew out of my young years. I grew out of all the shit that I did when I was younger. And I don't know. I mean, I think maybe they might, grow out of this. They may not. I really fucking hope you do. I hope you stop saying these things and doing these things, you know, as soon as possible. Because let me tell you something. If you were my kid and I heard you say those things, I would beat the fuck out of you. No joke, no lie. I would beat you to a bloody pulp. And not only that, but for good measure, if you have any game systems, I'd take them away, sell them. Hey, you got an Xbox One, Xbox, or PlayStation, or whatever the fuck, you got a Switch? Not anymore, you don't. I'm gonna fucking take that shit, I'll sell it, and if you want that shit back, you have to buy it yourself. Yeah, because after beating the shit out of them, that in itself might strike fear into them. Be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But taking their shit away as well, and all these things. Like, I mean, these kids like to play basketball a lot, so I would take their balls away. I'd be like, yeah, you can't have these basketballs. And you want to know why? Because you're racist, you're misogynistic. I did not raise you to be this way, okay? And you might be thinking, oh, this is none of your business. It is my fucking business. And you want to know why? I am a fucking person that goes out, right, like a lot of people do, and, I don't want to be hearing this shit. I don't want to be fucking hearing everything that people say, and I especially don't want to hear about jokes about racism either, or that imply racism, and that's also what they're doing as well, and that's just a fucking different story altogether. But the main point of this video is just, if I know you kids are watching this, but just fucking stop. Fucking stop. Alright? I mean, like I said, I don't care if you're racist in your own house. I really don't give a fuck. It's your house. Do whatever you want. Well, it's your parents' house, your grandparents, whoever you live with, and they set the rules. But when you're out in fucking public, fucking just be respectful. You don't want me going around calling you names and fucking, being racist to you. You don't want me doing that shit to you. So don't fucking do this shit to everybody else. Don't be racist. And if you don't think that people can hear you, we can. Just because you think, oh, we can say these things as quiet as we want and, no one's gonna hear us. Yeah, I fucking heard you. And if I can hear you from a long distance, people that are closer to you can definitely hear you. So, what does that fucking tell you? It means that people can fucking hear you. And even if that was your intent, even if your intent was to have people hear you, you better fucking stop that shit, because if you don't, like I keep saying, you're gonna get the shit beat out of you. Right? And it's just the way it goes. We live in a day and age where, I mean, this shit happens. I get it. All the time, everywhere. It's worse in some other areas. But you shouldn't be fucking doing this at all. And I, at some point, am going to be tempted. And also, another thing, if you don't stop this shit, I mean, I don't like the law at all because they're all bullshit. But if I have to, if you don't stop this shit, I might call the cops on your ass. I might be like, hey, there are these 3 kids that are being racist and misogynistic, and, you need to fucking set them straight. Because I don't want to see them get hurt just because they're stupid. I don't care about them, like I keep saying. But, I mean, they're young. I don't like seeing young people get hurt or injured just because of what they're doing or saying. I don't want to see them get hurt in general because I mean they're kids. They're just little fucking kids, you know. And I can tell you go down this path, you're gonna fucking have problems down the road. You're gonna fucking, you're just gonna regret. You're gonna wake up one day and just be like, oh, fuck, why the hell did I do that shit when I was younger? Why did I say these things? Why did I do these things? Why did I try to fucking piss people off? Why did I, do these things? And it's gonna be too late. So, yeah. But this goes out to just everybody in general. Anybody that's doing this shit, not just those three little shitholes, but everybody else. If anybody else out in the comments or in the viewer list or whatever, if you're doing this shit, don't. Just stop doing what you're doing. Stop being racist, misogynistic, whatever. It's 2019 and it'll be 2020 soon. Racial shit is done pretty much. It's old. Right? You need to fucking grow up. Grow a fucking pair, okay? Just grow a goddamn pair of testicles because it's almost 2020. This shit shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be racist and you shouldn't be saying these things, right? You shouldn't be racist or anything. And, so what if people are gay? So what if people are transgendered? So what if people are fucking any part of the LGBT community? So what if I'm a girly girl? Am I hurting you? No. So why the fuck are you trying to hurt me then? I didn't do anything to you. So why the fuck are you trying to do shit to me? And why the fuck are you trying to be a dumbass? Fucking assholes. I can tell you one thing. One more thing. Is if you try to if you try to be an asshole towards me, I will out asshole you in a fucking second. Millisecond even. You don't fuck with me. You don't fucking talk shit about me and expect no repercussions of any site, of any part. You don't think that something will be done with me around, but something will be done. Whether I have to call the cops on you, whether I have to tell your parents what you've been doing, whether I have to tell and you can always say these things like, oh, we're orphans, we don't have parents. Yeah, well, you got adopted parents. Maybe. I mean, yeah, you have to if you have a house. Because you can't fucking pay the bills by yourself. You don't have a job. You're too young to have a job. And also, you're just bullshitting. I can smell your bullshit from a mile away, pretty much. So, again, if you don't fucking stop, this is just in a video. But if you are still doing this shit, I will fucking contact your parents in some way, shape, or form. I might go to the house, right, and be like, knock on the door and be like, hey, did you know that your kids are being racist and misogynistic and, saying all these things that they shouldn't be saying to people? And also, or maybe I can just, again, call the fucking police on you and just be like, yeah, this is what's happening. 3 kids are being racist and misogynistic and, if you, I'm worried about them, if they say the wrong thing to the wrong person, they're gonna regret it and all that shit. So, yeah. Just fucking stop. Okay? I am just trying my fucking hardest right now to make the world a better place. I'm trying to do something good. Now, what is this good thing you might be saying? Well, I'm trying to fucking help the youth. And by saying things like, don't do this, don't do that, whatever. And also, you probably go to church, right? If you go to church, I don't believe in this bullshit. I don't believe in God or heaven or hell or anything like that. But, if you do, that's fine. But another thing is, by doing this shit, you're not real people. You're not real Christians or Methodists or whatever. You know, whatever church that you go to, you're not really active in that. And let's be honest here. I mean, I'm not religious by any means. I don't care about God. I don't believe in that shit. Whatever. I don't believe in anything like that. But don't you think that by you're, I mean, if you get caught saying, you're going to hell pretty much. You're going to fucking hell because God would be disappointed in you. He'd be like, damn, these kids are choosing the wrong path. They're saying bad things, and they're doing all these things. But basically, what you're doing is upsetting God and upsetting these people of biblical times and shit. And it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. You shouldn't be doing this in the first place. So, I mean, okay, two things. Again, I'm not really big on religion. I don't care about that shit. But one of the golden rule is do unto others as you would have that you would want done unto you. Basically, treat yourself the way that you want to be treated. I mean, no. Treat others. Now, also treat yourself like that too. But treat others the way you want to be treated. You want to be a racist, misogynistic douchebag your whole fucking life? Well, I mean, people can do the same thing to you. And, another thing is just you need to just. I'm so tired of your bullshit right now, kids. You three fuckers are just. Yeah. But, I mean, seriously. I don't want to go outside and fucking hear the shit that you're saying. And it doesn't even matter if you or if I'm present. It doesn't matter if I'm there or not. And if I can hear you, that's something else. That's something you shouldn't be doing anyway. And I know you're not gonna stop by me saying this shit, but I'm giving you a warning pretty much. If you don't stop, something will be done. And you ain't gonna like it. That's it for this video, guys and gals. If you like this video, give this video a like if it's fun too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else I do. Oh, one more thing. I know I keep saying one more thing, but it's true. This will be the last thing. In case you still don't think that, you know who I'm talking about, and in case you don't think I'm talking about you, Landon, and you other two dumbasses, just stop. Yeah, just stop. And as always, I will see you all next video. Peace out, people, and brohoof. Boom. Damn fucking kids these days, I swear.